you go from loving Cody Rhodes to now hating the ground that man walks on?
Before we get started in this video, I do not own any rights to any pictures or videos.
Now, this problem with Cody Rhodes does exclusively seem to hold in the IWC, because in real life, numbers do not lie. All right, let's backtrack into Cody Rhodes' story. As we all know, Cody Rhodes is the son of the WWE legend, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes was never able to accomplish this specific championship in WWE. Basically, the WWE championship is like the Oscars of the wrestling world. Dustin, his older brother, was not able to accomplish this goal either. Rhodes was also known to create stars, but it doesn't seem like his family was ever able to touch the level of stardom that Dusty Rhodes was able to create in other people. Now, I am only speculating here, but this also could have been the reason why Cody Rhodes decided to leave WWE and help start a brand new company, Cody Rhodes, coming back in 2022. He came back as a surprise opponent to Seth Rollins. Since that return, he made it very clear why he was back and what he wanted. You can be the best technical wrestler, the safest wrestler. You can have all the skills, looks, and everything, but you get in that ring and you have nothing for the audience to grab onto, a good story, a good gimmick, you're not going to go anywhere. Now that we have something to hold on to for Cody Rhodes and this story that needs to be finished, Cody Rhodes is fighting a whole bunch of different opponents, basically trying to prove himself. People like Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, to finally winning the Royal Rumble. And who is the champ at the time? Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the bad man that has been running WWE for over, 3-4 years at the time? Who is going to be the man to take down the head man in charge? Because it looks like everybody else is failing, and failing miserably. I'm looking at you, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. However, will WWE pull the trigger in ending the Bloodline storyline to Cody Rhodes in 2023 at WrestleMania 39? Nope, the answer is no. That man lost. Also, this means Cody's pursuit can continue going into 2024. Rumor has it that this really wasn't the original plan, but we will never know what the original plan is. Royal Rumble 2024. Allegedly, CM Punk was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. If we remember, CM Punk tore his bicep or tricep. He tore something in his arm in the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes was deemed the winner. Now, if CM Punk would have won the Royal Rumble, who knows, maybe it would have been a three-way between him, Seth, and Drew. Maybe CM Punk would have taken on Roman. We don't know. We're not back there. We can't say. We can only speculate. Have Cody Rhodes getting a second chance of taking that belt from Roman and finally finishing his story and making his family and his late father proud. Also, earlier in 2024, you get rumblings that some people are sick and tired of the Bloodline storyline, but also in the wrestling world, we're very fickle and we get tired of things very often, and this story is one of the longest ones running in the 20th century. Then you get a little sprinkle of something new, something fresh. Brock is returning. Said, excuse you, Cody. I was gonna let you finish. No, I wasn't. But this is my time now. I'm gonna need you to go and head on over to Seth Rollins' best in the company, because that belt is less than this belt, and I'm going to take the more important belt because I was supposed to do this in 2023, but I was busy, and now I'm not busy no more. That's basically what The Rock said without saying it. Also, rumor alert, apparently The Rock only came back because he was trying to help his ego, because apparently he's very hated. WWE fans were like, excuse me? I don't know who you think you are, The Rock, but this ain't Hollywood, okay? You haven't been here. You just don't come here and do whatever you want, even though now you are the head of TKO. And this is where the Cody Crybabies is born. Not only is The Rock pissing off movie fans, he has now pissed off the WWE fans. This was reaching, like, WWE is very niche, But this was reaching people outside of WWE. When I tell you they did not care that The Rock was a WWE legend, he was the enemy. What I think happened, I think The Rock was like, maybe I shouldn't have pissed off these people because people are already mad at me in this world. Let's keep this WWE world different and let's pivot and let's use this drama to bring in numbers. You get The Rock terrorizing Cody Rhodes on this road to WrestleMania. Rock has now turned himself into the final boss because Roman Reigns is the tribal chief and there can only be one tribal chief, and The Rock is not going to play second fiddle to anybody. Then you have people speculating, is The Rock really on Roman Reigns' side? Because we all remember you have Seth Rollins teaming up with Cody Rhodes, but Seth Rollins can't stand Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the one person that Seth Rollins could not beat. Even with a torn, pec muscle? Pecticular? That thing right there in the chest. And then also Seth Rollins is not the most trustworthy individual. Y'all can trust him if you want, but I got my eye on him. Like, are we forgetting that he is not trustworthy? Still remember what he did in 2014. We didn't forget. You have all of this buzz for months going on. Rock terrorized this man. You had people speculating about pictures on a bus. The Rock was threatening Cody Rhodes' mom. Basically, everyone is on Cody's side because The Rock is a good villain. He knows what he's doing. I can say a lot of things about The Rock, but you have to give that man his props. He makes good TV. Was fun again. Cody loses, so that means Bloodline rules. Night 2, Cody versus Roman. Jimmy comes out, but Cody has Jay. Jay takes him out. Solo comes out. John Cena takes him out. The Rock comes out. The Undertaker. It did look like he was going to lose. However, Seth Rollins said he would put his body on the line for Cody, and that's exactly what he did. Because Roman had the chance to finish Cody off, but he saw the back of Seth Rollins. Cody the opportunity to hit him with 2 of his signature moves. The Irving announcing. The man did it. He finished his story. However, WWE had a problem.
Where the heck do we go from here?
Good at hyping things up, but they have a problem with continuing this momentum, and this is the problem we have today. He wasn't done with Cody yet. This man got gifted a belt from the Muhammad Ali family and was walking around like he had a belt, like this. He was a champion, whispering sweet nothings into Cody Rhodes' ear, basically saying, I am not done with you. You finished your story. You beat my cousin. You didn't beat me, my guy. And what did he hand him? All assuming that The Rock is going to come back for that belt because The Rock is not done with Cody. Already putting something in the audience's brain. Who's really going to beat Cody until The Rock because of how The Rock acted? Everything is about him. So if The Rock wants to get that belt and he wants to get it from Cody Rhodes, no other person on the SmackDown roster has a chance. So this is also the beginning of the end of people caring about Cody Rhodes and his story. We never talked about Cody finishing his story and then making a new story. Followed was pointless feuds, starting off with AJ Styles. But the problem with SmackDown is they don't have any believable heels. What WWE has a problem with is they focus on one good story and barely pay anybody else on the roster dust. So when all this hype has died down, you have no one else on the roster who will grab the viewer's attention. So they had so much emphasis on the Bloodline and how dominant they were. The Bloodline beat everyone into faces. But since Roman went off to make a movie and The Rock went back to Hollywood to film all his movies, who else was Cody going to fight? What makes matches great are the backstories leading up to it, and they didn't have a good build-up. You put him next to Logan Paul. The match had no monetary value. Basically, Cody's belt was up for the taking, but Logan said his belt wasn't up for the taking. Styles, do I have to say this one was a tad bit better? Yes, because he faked a retirement, and Cody Rhodes was like, who was you trying to play? That match was an I Quit match. Styles threatens Cody Rhodes' mom. I was poking her a little bit too hard, because you poke my mama, me you gonna be fighting in real life. Because who was you touching like that? I wasn't a fan of how it ended, just by Cody picking up some stairs and AJ saying I quit. I think it could have ended better, but other than that, the match was good. So SmackDown around this time is figuring out, oh wait a minute, we might need to create more heels. So this is where you get the Temu Bloodline. Basically, this Temu Bloodline is causing ruckus through SmackDown. The main targets of the Temu Bloodline was Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens. And that leads us to the Money in the Bank, the 6-man match. This is also where Solo pins Cody, and he takes his first loss since getting the belt. SummerSlam, Cody is dealing with the Temu Bloodline again. This time it is just Cody versus Solo. But Solo was talking all that crap about Roman, and Roman said, oh, bet.
I'm back now, so I'm about to ruin this match for you. How about that?
See, Cody moves away from the bloodline and lets Roman deal with his people. But again, we have a heel problem because Cody literally has to beg Kevin Owens to fight him. Where's the excitement? A very anticlimactic finish. So now we need some more excitement. We bring back the Temu Bloodline into Cody's story. I'll never forgive whoever wrote this part. So basically, Cody got jumped, saying, I'm done with the bloodline. Them is not my people. This is not my problem. Nigga, Aldous, you figure it out. Then he goes back out, gets jumped by them again. Then he says, you know what, Roman, I'm in. Really? Now you have Cody and Roman versus Jacob and Solo. When Jimmy Uso returns and Solo loses. And at this point, you think maybe Cody can finally put the bloodline in the rearview mirror, because now the Samoans are back and they can fight amongst themselves. I'm Jewel.
This is basically a lose-lose. You have one champion from each brand fighting for this new belt that's never even going to be worn. This build was stupid and pointless, and no fan really cared about this actual competition.
Moving on to Survivor Series. Cody doesn't get a Survivor Series match. In the midst of War Games, you have Kevin Owens having a total meltdown. That's another video for another time. And it only took 7 months, but now there is excitement again in Cody Rhodes' story. The only difference is they're now on Kevin Owens' side and not Cody's side, even though Cody is the innocent one. Brings you into December with Saturday Night Main Event. Cody did win, but now on the internet, people are saying Cody Rhodes cheated. Listen, just because Kevin Owens brought in the weapon and he couldn't use it correctly, that's not Cody's fault. It's called work on your aim, my guy. Now we have a story to care about. Cody's wrong, Kevin is correct, even though whoever thinks that is delusional. 7 months? It took you 7 months to bring back excitement to this man's story? Now, who do I think is to blame for all this? WWE writers. Triple H. Wouldn't have been a problem if they would have focused on other people during the Bloodline reign. You have this momentum, all these big faces. You have to build up other people in those stories so we care about them as well. When the big names are gone, you have the people that you somewhat cared about in the middle. And it's frustrating because you have on Raw, you have a bunch of stories going on at once with the Judgment Day, Chad Gable, Alpha Academy, the Wyatt Six, Rhea, Liv, Jey Uso. You have so many stories that were told on Raw that even if some were to take a break, not be there for a while, you have other stories to go on. SmackDown focused way too much on the bloodline and repeating same stories week after week after week. And they acted like they had no one on their roster. Their roster is filled with plenty of people they could have used for plenty of other stories. And especially that women's division, WWE, you could have focused on that a lot with that division you had in 2024. And the thing is, they could have told these stories with or without a belt. Raw in 2024 showed that they were able to build faces. They were able to build factions. They were able to build heels. Let's take Bronson Reed, for example. Who really was, this is no shade to Bronson Reed, but who was really checking for Bronson Reed until they gave him a legit story just causing problems and tsunamiing people? Now, after Survivor Series, we're upset that he broke his ankle. We miss him on television. But in January of 2024, that would have happened. Would people really be that upset? Think so. And this is no shade to Bronson Reed, but this is just showing pouring into people and their stories matter. And you can always build a star up if you give them TV time and something. I'm looking at the women's division specifically. Now, don't get me wrong. Cody still brings in the numbers, still brings people to their seats. They've had countless sold out SmackDowns and PLEs. No one can deny that WWE dropped the ball with continuing story, and we all think The Rock is going to come back and take the belt from Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens' story is proving that just because we don't think Cody Rhodes is going to drop the belt to Kevin Owens, we can still be excited about a feud. They set up Cody Rhodes because it's unfortunate that now people do blame Cody. I personally think he's doing a good job because he doesn't write his stories. That's the creative. I'm looking at you, Triple H. I'm just speculating. He's big picture, big PLEs he cares about. A WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, a SummerSlam. It's just those big things, and he didn't really focus on the small things that will keep the excitement going for Cody Rhodes or the SmackDown roster as a whole. I think it's the small feuds that matter, not only for your main event stars, but also for those other stars get that TV time. But I don't think Triple H has shown that he's able to do that yet, like Vince McMahon did. Beginning of Triple H's story, Triple H era, there is hope. They're just my thoughts, opinions. Let me know yours. This is my first YouTube video. Y'all let me know how I did. If you want me to cover any other stories, y'all let me know in the comment sections below. My name is Dominique. Y'all have a great day. I don't know how to finish these videos quite yet. Should I say not these WWE writers like I do on my other social media? Like that's my signature now? Like I have beef with them? Great day. Except those WWE writers. Bye.